I'm making new t-shirt designs inspired to do a Robert Johnson illustration combining two of his famous photographs. The one where he has a cigarette in his mouth with the guitar up close, which they turned into a stamp, and they took off. I guess the cigarette was controversial, so they took it off of the U.S. postal stamp. They took off the cigarette. I think the cigarette's pretty cool. So one of the famous photographs has him wearing that hat in a suit, but the guitar is at a different pose. I like the close guitar pose where he has suspenders and a white shirt. I just added the hat, turned him into a skeleton. I'm a fan of Robert Johnson. He's a very talented blues musician, the first massively famous blues musician of all time. His famous song, Crossroad Blues, bringing the mythology of people that knew him, saw him play guitar, and they said he was the worst guitar player they'd ever seen in their life. And then they saw him like 1 year later, and he was the best guitar player they'd ever seen in their life. How he went from the worst to the best in 1 year, they couldn't fathom it. And the times might be a little bit different, but that's give or take what happened. He simply practiced for a year straight. And people that really dedicate themselves and practice over and over and over again, no matter what, is sports, music, art, those that make it, some of them have connections, but the ones without connections, they really grind until they're competing with themselves at that point. They're on another level. Robert Johnson, great musician, has brought to my attention. Brandon Young told me that he recorded Crossroad Blues in a hotel room in the corner of the room. Those who know my corners of rooms theory, could be a coincidence. Really, it's probably for the acoustics of the corner of the room. Simple as that. But nevertheless, an interesting detail. My theory goes that negative entities, positive entities, spirits in general, they're obsessed with angles and corners of rooms is where they tend to pop in to a room. They'll pop in at the corner. That's what I noticed. Robert Johnson, everyone knows I made a video about it, many videos. There's documentaries. There's a cool Timeless episode. They go back in time and they get to meet Robert Johnson, but the mythology, the legend, is that he sold his soul to the devil so he could be the blues legend that he is. But I think he's just one of the first rock stars. And if you see a hip-hop artist today and people say, oh, they're in the Illuminati, and that hip-hop artist not deny it, and then they kind of play with it, and they'll flash a couple Illuminati symbols, what they know to be, it doesn't mean they are in anything. Same thing with Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson people thought he must have the power of the devil to play that good. It's just a new form of music they never heard of. And he perfected it. And he didn't deny the rumors that he made a deal with the devil. The legend and lore is that a man who was black met Robert Johnson at the Crossroads with a guitar and showed him how to play the chords. There's no evidence that this ever happened. Relatives of Robert Johnson say it didn't happen. Robert Johnson didn't deny it because it built clout, it built celebrity, it built mystique. And it worked. It helped his career a bit. And he's a very interesting figure. Wanted to draw this. So this is going to be a new t-shirt I'm going to have on my Teespring. I'm going to turn it into a black and white t-shirt design. And check out my Teespring, the link in the description. By the time I have this video up, this t-shirt will exist. I'm going to order one myself. From now on, I'm going to be designing t-shirts that I would wear myself. I'm wearing one of my t-shirts right here. And Freethinker Silver is cool enough to wear one of my t-shirt designs. in one of his latest videos, a Christmas jam on the guitar. Check out that video. And thank you for everyone that has purchased, ordered, and supported this channel with t-shirt purchases. Thank you for my Patreon patrons. All the links in the description. It keeps this channel alive. Channels can't self-sustain themselves with low views. We need some means of existing, and I'm no different. I thank you for the support. Robert Johnson, I doubt he had any interaction with a demon or the devil, but the Crossroads doesn't physically mean a physical crossroads you go to, although that is what the legend has repeated. In many religions, many spiritual beliefs, the crossroads is just a term where the spirit world and the physical world meet. A dimensional crossroads and a portal. And you can go there in your sleep. You can go there out-of-body experiences. You can go there when you die. You see?